The enemy that will really subvert the enterprise of building a world based on clarity is the belief that we cannot point out the pernicious forms of idiocy that flourish in our own community. We are not willing to take on the karma involved in argument and discourse that actually gores somebody's ox, so that at the end of the day, some other form of institutionally supported foolishness lies in shreds on the floor. We consider this politically incorrect. I can feel the tension in this room because people sense I might gore their particular ox.
My mind holds water, but it's weighing me down. Heavy like a crown, drowned out by the pseudo profound. Too much conflicting information. I've got a lack of patience for all of these baseless statements. I watch what I'm aiming cause I don't want to offend. I trigger warnings every time I pick up a pen. Today every prick's an authority unto themselves. You got a point of view? Well, Google's your best friend. You feeling lucky? Every position can't be justified. Your anecdotal evidence covers up for what's just a lie. Must I try and point out that debate is fruitless? Watching PMQs and say we're a straight face that is useful. We've created a culture where the way to create an edifice is more about looking cool and having a body of evidence. So don't try and tell me that your judgment's not clouded. Don't you know the weakest one in the room is the loudest? The proudest are often the most ignorant, while those filled with self-doubt are the most diligent. So how much do I need to know to talk out of turn? I feel obligated to speak out, not just watch the world burn, but I hold my mouth. More often than I communicate the genuine solutions I think that I would advocate. So set a date or concentrate, congregate the words on my plate and desecrate the desolate delegates of the status quo.
I sacrifice my ignorance to intuition. Curiously driven, got a constant hunger for information. Always in motion to this growth I'm devoted to keep my mind stretched, satisfied and open. Though when I'm deprived, with cloaking wise, compromise when the media devise my intellectual demise. With ulterior motives and bloated business promotions, demoting sowers so Warren Buffett's profits can soar. In my intellect, I challenge invested interest. There's no context to concepts when I know my context. Depending on your source, the data's not always correct. It all depends on your environment, your perception. I protest every thought in my head just to check that I'm not trying to elect one-sided interests. Keep it diverse, avoid the dissonance, dissolving every barrier and wall so I can stay vigilant of my ignorance.
Never believe fully in anybody else's BS. I don't care if it's Roger Nish, the Pope, I don't care who it is. Don't swallow all their belief system totally. Don't accept all of their bullshit, all their BS. The second rule is like unto the first. Don't believe totally in your own BS.
It's hard to advocate either side of the spectrum, whether you're on the far left or just right of the centre. Set to neutral is where I'd rather be in. The only place you'll notice all of the bigotry end. Then maybe begin to try to make sense of opposing parties' thoughts on either side of the bench. Or are we entrenched to picking sides from the start? Forever trying hard to define who we are. It no longer makes sense to me to argue wholeheartedly if we are steeped in uncertainty. Preferably we can excavate the facts when necessary, rather than giving all these lies time to permeate. I'm not buying it, we're not buying it. For every truth that is supplied, there is a lie underlying it. I watch Prime Minister's questions, how they bend statistics. I'm not questioning authority, I deny its existence.
The scalpel of reason is brought out by Terence.
Yes, well, it is an ambiguous enterprise and fraught with contradiction, but forward, ever forward.